penalty kick is the easiest shot in the sport. The goal is 8 yards wide. The ball sits 12 yards out. The keeper is not even allowed to move until you strike it. You could roll out of bed and score 1. Yet somewhere, a player who has buried this exact kick more times than he can count is about to walk up, set the ball down, and miss it in front of the whole planet. The simplest shot in football is the one that ends careers. So why does the easy one break the best players alive? Here is the setup. In a normal game, penalties go in around 3 out of 4 times. They are basically free goals. Now move that same kick to a shootout, where a miss can send an entire nation home. Watch what happens. It starts with the walk. A player leaves his teammates at the center circle and crosses the field alone, the longest walk in the sport, while a whole stadium decides whether to love him or hate him based on the next 4 seconds. By the time he reaches the ball, grown men forget how to walk. They jog up too fast. They blast it into orbit. They pass it gently to the keeper like a kind delivery driver. Soon this tournament reaches that exact zone. The draws end. The bracket turns to sudden death. 90 minutes, then extra time. And it can still come down to 5 kicks from 12 yards. No replays. No tomorrow. Just a ball, a line, and a man trying not to throw up. So is it nerves? Bad luck? Or is something working against him that no amount of talent can beat? Start with the ball. A struck penalty reaches the goal in about half a second, sometimes less. That sounds like plenty of time. It is not. A keeper needs around 6/10 of a second just to throw himself sideways and reach a low corner, to claw out the top corner, closer to a full second. Do the math. The ball arrives before the keeper can finish moving. So how does anyone save one? They cheat time. The keeper cannot wait for the ball. By the time he sees where it is going, it is already behind him. So he commits early before the foot even touches the ball, reading the run-up, the hips, the planted foot. He is not reacting, he is guessing. A world-class penalty keeper is basically a very athletic fortune teller, and his guess is barely better than a coin flip. He picks the correct side only about half the time, and even when he guesses right, the ball is often moving too fast to reach. There is also one spot he simply cannot get to, high and straight down the middle, above his head. Nearly every shot aimed up there goes in. So why does almost nobody try it? Because if you miss high, the ball flies into the crowd and you look ridiculous forever. The safest shot in football is the one fear will not let you take, which is the first hint that this was never really about the ball. Here is where it stops being physics and starts being a mirror. A Norwegian researcher named Geir Jordet did something obsessive and brilliant. He studied 718 penalties from World Cups, European Championships, and Champions League shootouts, going back to 1970, frame by frame. And he found the miss is not random, it is the situation. Take 2 penalties that are physically identical. Same distance, same goal, same keeper. In one, scoring wins the shootout right now. In the other, missing loses it right now. Nothing changes but the stakes. When a goal means instant victory, players score 92% of the time. When a miss means instant defeat, that crashes to 62%. Same kick. 30 points of pure skill, eaten alive by one thought. Do not be the one who loses this. And you can watch the fear happen in real time. The referee blows the whistle. Players who rush, who shoot right away to get it over with, score less than 60%. Players who pause, take one breath, then go, score around 80%. 1 second of calm is worth 20 goals in 100. It is the same energy as sending a terrifying text and immediately throwing your phone across the room. Jordet also found that more than half the players who miss look away from the keeper first. They turn their back on the one thing they should be reading, and the keeper knows it. So the clever ones become showmen, stalling, talking, pointing, doing a little dance, anything to stretch the silence until the shooter cracks. And the pressure does not even stay on the field. When the Netherlands lost a shootout to France in 1996, researchers later found a real spike in fatal heart attacks and strokes among Dutch men that very day. The fans were not just watching. Their bodies were taking the kick too. And now the part that should not make sense. You would think the superstars handle this best. The famous ones, the ones with the awards and the calm faces on the billboards. The opposite is true. Jordet found that before a player wins a major individual prize, like being named the best in the world, he scores his shootout penalties around 89% of the time. After he wins it, that drops to about 65%. The award seems to make him worse. Why? Because status raises the stakes inside his own head. He is not just a player taking a kick anymore, he is the best. And the whole world is leaning in to watch the best deliver. The bigger your name, the louder the silence before you strike. The spotlight you chased your whole life becomes the exact thing sitting on your chest at 12 yards. Being a legend, it turns out, is a debuff. So back to that player alone over the ball, the easiest shot in the sport waiting at his feet. The physics are on his side. We proved that. A clean strike is almost impossible to stop, and the perfect shot is sitting right there above the keeper's head. The only thing that can beat him now is the half second of doubt between his brain and his foot. The keeper is dancing, the crowd is silent, and the goal that looked 8 yards wide in training suddenly looks like a keyhole. He does not miss because he forgot how to kick. He misses because, for 1/2 second, he stops being a player and becomes a person. The hardest shot in football is the easy one, when everything is watching.